Chat, we're freaking on. Sure, this is... That's good. You guys like the new setup? It's an echo. Okay, there we go. Joke! Golden Bacon, dude. What's up? Yo, Golden Bacon. I'm about to go to DC, bro. I'm literally about to go to DC. It's gonna be juiced. It's gonna be freaking juiced. I wanted to react to this. Move my thing. Trump talks to AI Teddy Roosevelt. Someone talked about this, and I wanted to see that. Yeah, no, Golden Bacon. I ain't gonna be president. Okay, I'm just going to DC, bro. I'm just going to the Capitol. Just going to the Capitol. That's it. Just gotta do some political networking. Yeah, but I haven't streamed in a while. I just wanted to get one stream off before my flight, just in case I die. No, it's political networking. Yeah, I gotta share a hotel room with 3 other random people, so it's like, it's kind of weird, dude. I don't know. But it is what it is, you know? Yeah, I mean, I have to talk to AOC and Dan Crenshaw. I gotta talk to them, because, yeah. What's up, Halix? I want to see this, though. AI Teddy Roosevelt and Trump talking.
The president faces storms most people never see. Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first. You get through. I know you know that feeling yourself.
I think this is just so
Well, I appreciate
freaking.
those
Like,
words.
I've seen a little bit.
And I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today. We are making a little bit of a tour. Some of the
This is so cringe, bro.
The canal stands as one of my proudest battles, no question. But greatness is a strange thing.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Food and drugs made safe. The square deal given to all. Knowing ships would pass through, changing the world's map forever, I felt I'd left a mark that would last.
Okay.
Yeah. AI, this is freaking awesome, though. Maybe that AI Teddy should run for president. Right, Golden Bacon? Oh, my dude. Oh. Let's not, let's not pull up the Discord. They'd be doing some weird stuff on here. Yeah, I wanted to get one stream. This is like a last-minute stream, to be honest. I'm basically going to be clip scouting for some John Adams clips, bro. Golden Bacon, what have you been up to, man? What have you been up to, dude? Wow, this is freaking empty in here. Empty stream, frankly.
Goods.
Which no one will honor.
And 3, to prepare a loyal address to His Majesty.
Which His Majesty will not read.
Of the
Yeah, I'm just gonna be freaking finding freaking cool clips, and then... Nope, he talks to his wife. Not good clip.
From Boston. Are they not a shame on their country? Are they not a...
Benjamin Franklin pulling up? Let's get that one in. 1308. Benjamin Franklin. We need that one. Miller Meeks' campaign? Who's that guy running for? What are they running for? Congressman? Ben Franklin's your uncle? I mean, you guys can have similar names.
Grace. A pretty...
Yeah.
Very glad in...
Yeah, this is easy,
Without arms.
Was that the 1550? Easy clip for him there. That's Benjamin Franklin. Dude. History Kiwi, what's up? I only watched the first episode of that so far. Yeah, dude.
Without
It's
even the
freaking juice, bro.
slightest encouragement.
It's juice, though.
Society.
There's a bunch of old men talking. Doesn't seem interesting. I hope there isn't any, like, weird scenes. I don't think there is any weird scenes. I don't remember, though.
Not support the Massachusetts militia. It could very
Like, if I was
well
scouting for, like, Death by Lightning clips, there's obviously, you know, weird stuff on there, but, yeah. Iowa's
not
first
support
district?
the Massachusetts.
Oh, there is adult content on here. First. Oof, very close election. This is a very close election, Benjamin. 700, 800 vote difference. 798. But this, yeah, this is gonna be a close election. We got an independent. Yeah, you guys ain't looking too good in the polls. No, I'm not gonna lie. The Democrats are. They look. I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed because nothing's guaranteed. They're not. It doesn't look like they're gonna win. The Democrats are gonna win the House, and that's the way I see it. You know, if Trump's approval is that low, yeah. This one's also a toss-up. Are you guys gonna lose the whole freaking house? Let me see this one. This one's also tilt D. We sit at White House. Bro, don't you guys have all Republicans in Congress in your state? Okay, you can't lose this one. You might just lose all your, you might just lose the house, man. I'm sorry. Guys, make sure you like to stream it or you're weird. What's up, Carno? I'm doing one stream before I, leave the DC. Before I freaking die.
Militia, it could very well dissolve. Should that happen, we will be left defenseless, gentlemen.
Our conditions to make.
This looks like a good clip.
I can call. A great many have gone home since their enlistments expired.
That's a good clip. You got George in there. Juice your clip.
New England, man.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that Golden Bacon. We talked on the phone about that. That was a really close primary in the governor race. Decided by how many votes? Yeah.
Good lot of them. I cannot conceal our conditions. No one speaks of it.
It's our reply to the problem of re-enlistment.
The third.
Oh, this is what they had like in the Patriot movie.
Ticonderoga, General Washington.
800 votes again. Oof. Tyson in the chat. What's up, Tyson? Haven't seen a Patriot choke like that since Aaron Hernandez. Good one. What's up, Tyson? No, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Oh, I should put Golden Bacon a mod, even though you barely show up, but that's fine.
Mr. Lee, now is the time. And with your good news, I can depend upon...
In the country
By the way, you guys have to wake up for my my trip at 4 a.m. So I right now I got like 6 hours of sleep I can get. But we're doing one stream before I die. Am I sadly? I'm joking. Chances are low.
Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved.
This is a good one again. Great Britain. That's a good one.
Am I to understand that Virginia...
I wish I had clips planned out, but I don't. So, because I'm not going to be able... I didn't schedule any. Chances are low, but never zero. And just spam Israel flex. I mean, I when I'm looking at Iowa, like, this does not look good for you guys. $40,000 people voted in that primary. You got 48,000 in the Democratic primary. And what did we get in 2024? $29,000, $13,000. This was all over the place. Oh, this was a close election. Okay. I mean, yeah. The voter registration things. They said Trump would lose the state by 14 points. Is that exact opposite that happened? Yeah, but it was like one poll. It was like that weird poll. I don't know. It was like one of those weird polls. But this one, I'm looking at the voter registrations. Like if I go to Iowa primary, president 2024. Where's the Democratic one? We had 12,000 people vote. This one had a lot. Oh my goodness. Probably because it was just Biden. And these are people that, yeah. I never voted in the one of these before, because, yeah. Yeah, I think you guys, you either lose a House seat, or lose it all, or you barely win. Look at Iowa here and the governor that you were talking about. Polling, we got some new polls coming in. Looks like Zach is doing better though, overall. So that was good to drop this Randy Fenestra guy. That's a weird last name. That's very, very weird. Is this Rob Sand guy just that good? 146 for the Democrats in the primary. 187 for the Republicans. You look on here, 214 for Republicans, 190 for Democrats. Interesting. Libertarian, we got disqualified candidates. I mean, this guy doesn't even have a Wikipedia article. I can't even read him. He looks like, I told you, he looks like Ellen DeGeneres. As you can see. Chat. What do we got? What's the accuracy? Rob Sand and Ellen DeGeneres. Very, very close. The hair is even, like, similar, too. They both got it. You got similar eyes. Nose might be a little bit different, but their eyes, the face shape looks similar. She looks obviously older. I mean, they look very similar. Very it's like comparing Jeffrey Epstein to Palm Beach Pete. Interesting, interesting. Now, I want to talk about mine, Illinois governor election. A little bit. Like, mine's is... Whew, dude, mine's is not good. I mean, I'm saying compared to... The Republicans aren't going to do too well here. I mean, look at this primary... difference in votes times 2. And they don't poll in my state, which is I don't like. They only polled one time, and that was last year. Like, you get the same candidate. Oh, I did vote in this primary. It's crazy how people will get in your business but won't get in the bath. Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, this is my state. Yours is obviously more of a toss-up. Mine's a strong Democratic. It's just weird that they picked the same. The people picked the same guy from before. It's because of name recognition. Your name recognition is basically you losing, and he got way less votes to in the it was less turnout in the primaries. What is happening? We're looking at politics, and we also
Has freed their delegates to propose this measure.
They have
The liberation of Boston.
And we're also looking for movie clips. We're looking at a little bit at this.
He is branded as agreeable to my inclinations and as advantageous to my interests as to any man's.
And
That's good. Conversation right here.
declaration
Too.
of principles.
Should you not write this thing yourself?
Oh, no.
5947. What is that? Thomas Jefferson, right? Good clip there. Thomas Jefferson. Oh, California would be a good state to look at. California governor primary. This would be a good one to look at when that we just got in. Oh, look at that. I mean, that polling is even worse than anything I've ever seen. Like Xavier or Javier absolutely taking out Steve Hilton. I mean, dude, there's so many scandals, like these sexual allegation scandals. Look at Fishback. Well, there's a lot of scandals going on. Hey, 1 second, guys. Hold on. As I was saying, there's literally so many sex scandals going on. You had Tony Gonzalez, you have this Eric guy, and then you have the main Senate election. Is it the main Senate election? This dude, Graham Plattner. And then you have someone in Illinois. A state representative. Where is it at? State rep. Hey, this dude. Harry Benton. Like, there's so many political scandals right now. It's crazy. Oh, we got some debate going on? Wait, you wanted me to look at Fishback. Is he doing something good in the poll? Is he doing good in the polls? Is that what you're saying, or just say... I mean, it didn't look like he was doing too well in the polls. I see these ones. It's weird. Like, these polls are so weird. So you have, like, Fishback polling low, and you sometimes have him, like, polling high. The two most recent ones, I guess, out of the 4, it looks like he's actually close. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if he can even run in this state. Everybody has done a little bit of grape. Okay. I mean, dude, these politicians or any human being, it isn't just politicians, bro. These human beings are like that. Someone said thoughts on Michael Whatley. Is that how you say his last name? he's not gonna win in this Senate election against Cooper. It's just, I mean, let me pull this up. Okay. So, dude's going against a guy that was governor and that won this state, and now he's fighting him in the Senate. He's going after the Senate now. He's gonna make the whole state just not a swing state anymore. And you look at these polls, he's not. He's led in this one, but overspent him too. I mean, this is just. It's gonna flip. I mean, Democrats are gonna have a field day right now. They're just taking what they can get at this point. That's what happens when the economy didn't do so well. The voters don't forget. The people of America aren't stupid. 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 Dude. What's his name? Joshua? Taurus. Thank you, dude, for the $10, dude. Appreciate you. We heart that. That guy's active and member in the Discord. Very cool. Our state Democratic nominee, Franska Hong, wants to activate the National Guard and arrest the federal government. I support it. We need another notification crisis. Oh, you were telling me that you were just switching to the Democrat. Like, people told you guys to switch to the Democratic primary so you can vote for the socialists so that she can lose the general election, right? Just so you guys can single it out? I mean, yeah, I think RIP GOP. Yeah, I think the Democrats are gonna get North Carolina. Again, that's what I think. Anything can happen, dude. But the way I see this, I mean, they've been look how close this one is. This has always been a swing state. And it was flipping GOP when Trump won. Again, I think it was really going Republican. All these swing states were. But once your approval rating tanks and you do something bad for the economy and oil prices go up, even if they're going to dip afterwards, the voters are going to remember that. And they just lost her complete lead, I just think. Okay, but I'll check out Francisca Hong. I want to actually look into this. Ellen DeGeneres, you got to go. Well, another person to look into. This is the socialist you were talking about, right? Is she a socialist? Is this the socialist? What do you guys think about these AI dentist sitters going on? Not gonna lie, I'm kind of looking at that in the stock market, and I'm seeing that, you know, these AI data sitters are gonna, you know, you might want to invest in those types of stocks. But I'm not gonna say I don't really support that, but I don't want to put stocks into something I don't like. But at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't I? She has been a member of the Democratic Socialists. Dude, I mean, yeah. Who's her und. You did say that you want Democrats to become more moderate than whatever Mamdani's doing. True, but at this point, voters are going to be looking at who could do better for them for the economy. Although, if someone is this radical, like this person, that's a socialist, then yeah. I mean, take a look at Mamdani. Mamdani won in a blue state, just barely though. I think he got like 50%. 50.1% of the vote. So it's obviously, if you have the socialist name into you, it's gonna be harder for you to lose. So I don't think we're really gonna get that big of a socialist increase. Obviously, it's kind of working now, but I don't think it's gonna go that high up. And yeah, I do wish Democrats were more moderate and we don't get these people out here. Procatoris, dude, with the other $10, dude. Let's go, bro. Appreciate you, man. Let's see what you say. One of my liberal friends from church is voting for Democratic Socialist of America candidates because he said all Republicans and their voters need Nuremberg trials, and also Hong is a member of DSA. That's radical, and I think that is wrong, especially from someone that's from your church. Oof. Yeah, dude, I mean, I have liberal friends. I have atheist friends, but they need a new... Unless they're joking on that. But if they haven't committed any crime that's on the Constitution, on this and this and that, if it's like, you can't just bring a Nuremberg law just because you want to. You know, you gotta follow the Constitution. Roy Coop, thank you again, Procatoris, if your name is Josh, right? Joshua? Or was it someone else? I think it started with a J. There's a lot of Joshes, man. Golden Bacon, I know, it's over. DSA only run in Dem plus 30 areas. Exactly, so I think that's why they're never gonna... AOC, for instance... Too much, although I mean, people could get Bernie, and Bernie supports those types of people, kinda. It seems, you know, if Bernie can rival Clinton a little bit, I think maybe AOC probably got a shot in the general election. And if I was AOC, would I run for president? I would absolutely run for president if I were AOC. Roy Cooper is only winning in North Carolina because the people there are so rich that they aren't affected by negative liberal policies that much. What's their, how rich are they? Like, what's the statistic for that? They might, I might move there. I want to be rich like them. Is it just me, or are there more liberals on this channel than conservatives? Let's look. If I go to my community polls, look at this. It's really challenging to say, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I think there is. If you go to my... This Thomas Massey's here, so I think a lot of people are libertarian leaning, in a way. Or moderate, I would say. I would say economically liberal, tilt socially conservative, like tilt. And I would say slightly leaning economic, so it's basically moderate. As you can see here, one of the polls I did, excluding the two major parties, which third party best fits your views? Libertarian at 1, although socialism's at 22. Ooh, and don't get me started on TikTok. When I post videos on TikTok, there's a bunch of socialists on there. I don't want to be on that app. This one too. I guess, I mean, it is a Democratic state. Let's see what other polls. I guess you could see this one's a little liberal, but then again, I think there is recency bias in that one. They do want to adopt ranked choice voting. I wanted to do one. I forgot. If anyone wants to abolish electoral college, gotta look at that one. I just think both people hate both parties, but you're sometimes gonna... Why am I this disliked? You're sometimes gonna get people that are either fully Democratic or fully Republican. I would say it's in the middle, though. It just depends on the day. And I try not to keep, like, obviously my channel partisan, because I don't... I just don't like that, so... I'm not trying to be a... Mr. B... Mr. B has gone too far off with his, too much political videos, you know? And, listen, if he does it, he can do what he does. But I'm just saying that, me, personally, if you guys still watch Mr. B, you still watch him? He's gone too, obviously, partisan, so I just stopped watching him. Vlogging through history, on the other hand, I know he's conservative, but he has more so history videos, and he also does critique a little bit of conservative stuff, because he said himself, he critiques conservative stuff because he's a conservative, and he wants the movement to be better. So I guess you could say they're both partisan, and I'm partisan in some ways, too. Dude, Precatoris again, man! With the $10, dude. W-Mans. Appreciate you, dude. We should talk again on Discord. I wish I could talk in DC, but my hotel room's gonna be booked, so I can't really talk on there. I'm not gonna lie, I am fairly socially conservative guy, but I want a democratic accelerationist movement. I want the moderates and the DSA to explode and break apart. Is that your grand scheme? And I do want to show you guys my... Oh, someone's sending some weird stuff in the Discord. What's up, Afton's in here? Afton's in here. Afton, are you the guy on the stream? Okay. I can pull up my political compass from the Discord. Golden Bacon says the crazy thing is that in 2025 things are going directly well for Trump in 2025. Gas in Iowa was low as $1.99 a gallon. Nice. Inflation was 2.2 for the first time. This for the second time the Iran thing happened and it went downhill. Told you, man. When you make sure, like, you have to make sure that your money is not getting eaten away by inflation. You either got to put that stuff in stocks or you got to put that in your savings account. I'm a little bit more greedier, so I do stocks. But yeah, it's stupid when inflation's just eating your money away. So New York cities have lots of safety, lower than national crime rates, and they are Christian conservatives throughout the state. They can pay the price for liberal policies that don't work. Huh. Interesting. I should really look at states by their religious affiliation, because that would be interesting, something to see. You guys both want DSA to explode. Wow. And Precatoris with the $5, dude. I don't know what to say, man. Appreciate you, dude. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Vlogging through history didn't vote for Trump because Trump wasn't pro-life enough and wouldn't sign an executive order to instantly ban abortion. Did he say that? I would agree partially, but by his logic, would you rather vote for someone who is slightly more pro-life or someone who's clearly pro-choice? I don't see the logic under that, because you could just vote for someone that you see as the most pro-life out of them all. Or you could just vote for a Republican and have the mindset that, like, hey, this guy might not be pro-life, or not as pro-life as I want him to be, but as long as a Republican's in office, then that happens. Yeah, I think he in general doesn't like Trump, and he doesn't like anyone. Oh, you were the guy, Huryund. You were the dude who spoke about interventionism in the Discord. Oh, yeah. I did speak on that. I did do a political test too. I could take a look at after this one. But yeah, Precatoris. It's really hard to get someone who's actually full on wanting to ban abortion. I think we talked about that. You said that it's kind of hard to get that. So that's why I'm thinking that people can incrementally, if they ever have a strategy for that, is to incrementally aim for it. That's why there's an abolitionist movement and a pro-life movement. And that's why I see, like, as the one that has more logic behind it, it's just the pro-life movement. Because either you try to full out ban abortion and it takes 100 years to do it because you're literally doing it from the most active you can, or you do it incrementally and it takes 80 years. Because I think if you try to full out ban it right now, you're not going to be able to do that. It's actually going to be slower. It's like a paradox, okay? It sounds contradictory, but it's not. Oh, he said it on one of his streams, okay. How about we take control of foreign countries for our foreign interests? Oh, I don't know about that one. That's too, interventionist for me. Way too interventionist. Yeah, I mean, it's you say the issue that isn't nearly impossible to implement national policies is look at Texas and NYC going against the federal government. Exactly. I mean, you got Zora Mamdani. Mayors are starting to go on a national level now, not just their city. But I want to see. This is my political compass test. Apparently, I'm right here, and I think vlogging through history is right here. So, I don't know what square this is. I could look at a reference. If we compare, was it the second square? Someone on Reddit made this. I'm probably not going to trust it, but national liberalism, and I'm basically there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is Europe too. This is like, isn't this like Europe? Because Europe is fully left-leaning. But if you look at my American Values one, which is the one that's more accurate, I would say a little bit. So I'm a full conservative. Culturally, a full conservative. This is like landslide, not even close. Community access, mine is balanced. I think this is also true a little bit. I might be more so individualist instead of collectivism, but some of the questions were a little too ambiguous, just like the political compass one, which I don't like. It's because it's too much like that. This is moderate. I would say I'm more so isolationist. I don't know why it's that moderate. I would say I'm more so isolationist, but yeah. And I'm a full libertarian, which I am, me personally. It depends on certain things, though. I might not be libertarian on all. I'm balanced on my judicial access. Kind of. But yeah, I think Constitution is something we're going to follow. And I think the best thing that we can have on the Constitution is implementing new amendments and be able to get rid of amendments, a 2/3 vote. It's awesome. I mean, it's just cool. I used to be more of a centralist, but I became, I guess, more so, I don't know why that's the image. I think as I grew older, I don't know, I'm more so a federalist, like on a state level, and I think states should have more power to do stuff, because I think every person in every state's different, you know? I know we're unified as a country, but hey, we're big, and we do certain stuff in different states, but overall, I think we're all Americans, in which we are. Let's see. You are too close to third wave politics. You need to be way further to the right. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm way too. I'm too close to that. And again, I think it's going off Europe politics, and I think this is my most accurate one. Some other people took this test. So if you guys want to join a Discord, link's not even in here. Let me get a link. There we go. If you guys want to join it, you can do this. I think it's just called American Values too. It's on GitHub. Yeah, but this is closer. I'm apparently a Tea Party, so those types of libertarians, Ron Paul. No matter which party you're in, 90% of people care about one thing, and that's their wallet. Whoever follows through with that will win. Do nothing, win. Exactly. But economic, you want the tax the rich to take more money for more welfare? I used to be kind of like, I would say, I'm not like an overhaul tax on rich. Like, I think that we should still have billionaires. And although, because how do I word this so I don't? Elon Musk has a lot of his money within that company, and if he were to be taxed, investors, I believe, would lose a huge portion of their money. You would see the S&P 500 plummet, I would say. Although I'm not a skillful investor, but I would just think that a lot of people invested in stocks would lose a significant portion of their money, because I think Elon Musk has a majority of his money in Tesla or anything else. But I'm not really a tax the rich guy. I'm more so, not to disregard your take, but how about you go out and make a difference, find something you love doing, make money off that. I think a lot of people blame money, like they see a millionaire and they get jealous and stuff and start saying like, you're stupid, you shouldn't be able to have that much money. And I also think one main thing is that we have Elon Musk's SpaceX. We have Jeff Bezos going to the moon too, apparently, or going to Mars. I mean, these guys are doing actual good things. They're not just doing stuff that are terrible, like not terrible, but they're not just buying yachts. Although I despise when billionaires just use their money wastefully and buy yachts, but some are actually doing huge infrastructure changes. Whether or not you like AI, you can't disregard the outcome that it's doing right now, and it's completely taken over, and it's becoming it's becoming advanced. So there's obviously something that they're doing good with their money. Yeah, sorry about that ramble. I just believe the free market can create more jobs, a higher standard of living if they are free. Yeah, I think to go tie that back into my other thing, it's either, I think it's like you either take away billionaires and we don't get good development, but people apparently get welfare, free healthcare, whatever, all that stuff. But I just think that I don't think it's a tax the rich problem. I think it's where we're allocating our money problem. We're not using our money right. America is not putting their money on the right things, and just not doing it correctly. Just bump up, everyone takes a few percentage, especially billionaire taxes just don't get much money. The rich don't have a lot of loopholes and don't pay taxes. The rich don't have a lot of loopholes and don't pay taxes correctly. Yeah, I think... I mean, I haven't really looked into that much, if there is any loopholes. People like to say that there's loopholes, and I never see what loopholes they're talking about. Like, I'm sure that the healthcare system also has some loopholes going on. What's that guy named? Luigi that killed that healthcare person? I don't know if they... I haven't seen the statistics, so I can't believe a take if I haven't seen it. I need to see it first before I form an opinion. But people say this, and I don't see anything on it. Let the rich do what they want with their money. Property, they earn it. They don't have any obligation to the community. I think that's partially true, that if you get your money, they earned it. And I guess you have a right under law that you can do what you want with it. But I think there is a moral obligation that if you have money and you can help people out, help them out. If I was a billionaire, I would do that too. I would help people out. Should there be a legal obligation to do that? That's sort of another debate, but I think there might be a moral obligation there to do something. I can pull up an Instagram thing that I've seen too that is kind of interesting to see. I reposted it.
Elon Musk's $1 trillion.
Okay, this is from an Instagram.
We should take Elon Musk's $1 trillion and use it to solve world hunger.
Except Africa's been given $2.6 trillion in foreign aid since 1960.
How about we use it to fix the education system?
Except the US already spends $1.3 trillion a year on it.
Let's end poverty then.
Except America's already spent over $22 trillion fighting poverty.
We should just tax him more.
Except, if you had a bet on who could solve a major world problem, would you pick the government or Elon?
Yeah, probably the guy landing rockets backwards.
Exactly.
We should take Elon Musk's $1 trillion.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Obviously, there's more to that, but I just think, people say like tax these billionaires this and this and that. We're not gonna have universal health care if we tax all the billionaires to death. We have to figure some other form of system. Live by the philosophy that nothing is perfect, and we could try our best to perfect stuff, but it's gonna be hard. Benjamin's still in here or no? Where you at, dude? Look at the people in the cities. The free market requires young adults to work, climb the economic ladder, but instead they fight and vote for cheaper apartments rather than getting in house. I do see it kind of is hard to buy a house these days, to be honest. I mean, the prices of houses just keep rising and rising. Real estate is just up there. I mean, people back in the days got married young, bought a house young, blah blah blah, and now you have that it's hard to get a house, hard to get it's hard. People get married late, buy a house late. It just sucks. Yeah, the rich use loopholes and don't pay taxes. Oh, I think you misspoke your thing. You said they don't have a lot of loopholes, and now you're saying that they do use loopholes. Yeah, but like, you say Elon uses, or the rich people use loopholes and don't pay tax correctly, no matter which way you put it legally. Set THR tax rate on them. But what loopholes though? What exactly? What's the details on that? Elon Musk is the dumbest person in the world in politics. I think there's dumber people. I think there is way dumber people than Elon in politics. I mean, I've seen worse politicians and corrupt ones. You got ones that actually have allegations. Oh, Benji's in here. What's up, Benji? Oh my god, why is this popping up? I could put my webcam right here. I think I'd like it over here though. Yeah, I thought you were. Yeah, I didn't understand what you were saying, so I knew you said something weird. We're still debating whether or not to shoot down your plane or not. Okay. Bro, you can get your Israeli defense out of here, bro. Your little IDF soldiers, bro. I can just imagine someone from the, why is my thing saying watching John Adams live? Oh, that's my streaming on YouTube thing. Dude, please do not take down my plane. I think you could, go for Jeffrey Epstein's alive and he's not on my plane. Oh, look. Look at these people on stream. Have you heard of the gift write-offs or the various different exemptions? Yeah, I've heard of a bunch of gift write-offs. I've seen that for what's that guy, Nigel Farage, the guy running for UK Prime Minister, and he just had a $5 million one. I gotta look at those loopholes though. I gotta look into that in depth. I mean, yeah, I think they're just using the system right. And that's what it looks like, but obviously there might be some stuff that you don't agree with, but I think they just know how taxes work and they're doing whatever it says on there. That's how, I mean, they know the exemptions. They can write out their business exemptions on their business stuff if they have something. Should we fix that? Probably. I think there might be some stuff that we want to fix. There might be some stuff that are just there. Real estate, 1031, charitable lead trusts, and estates, tax inclusions. Yeah, I mean, they're just using any business thing, but I think that's generally correct, but we're gonna have to go more in detail on that. I don't know about rich people. obviously, like, I'm just doing my own stuff, trying to make my own money. But if there's some other people that are making billions or whatever, you know, like, hey, if the government passes something, they could pass something. But me personally, I'm just gonna keep going forward and doing my stuff. The people say hi. Look at this. Benjamin Piper laughing. Precatoris, dude. That's it, bro. You don't gotta donate more. I appreciate that. You really want to get that message out, bro. I appreciate you, dude. You're good, man. I appreciate you, man. God bless you, sir. We need the National Socialist Democratic American Party, or the NSDAP. Oh, shit. Bro, you really want the socialists to win. And then, keep in mind, this guy is not a socialist. What's your strategy here, man? Do you just want them to win? I think we have to take a long look at the misspending, fraud, corruption, and all forms of government, especially in the military, healthcare, education. A long look. Exactly. I think the allocation of certain things isn't wise, and it's too much for a sitting president. That's why you have your cabinet. But that's a lot to go over, to be honest. And I know Illinois has their little tax revenue, like where money's going, and that stuff is like 1,000 pages, dude. No one's reading that. No one's reading that. Like, that's 1,000 pages of whatever. And you have to read all of that just to see where your money's going. It's just too much. And yeah. Hey, Huryund. Yeah, I do know Vermont has a Republican governor. What's his name? Phil Scott? Phil Scott. I do know, and I know that there was a 14-year-old, that he might be 15 now. Hey, look at these polls. I mean, it's very interesting. And we got a little 14-year-old that doesn't even have his, I'm not gonna say it, but he doesn't have his driver's permit yet. Dude, I mean, don't, I'm just not gonna vote for someone that's this. I don't know. This guy does not seem experienced. He's a 14-year-old running. Yeah, but Phil Scott is, look at these margins, 52, 55, 68, against that progressive, 70, 73, not the most flattering pick. It looks like it's taken off a Zoom call. And then, boom. Wikipedia, can you go away? A moderate Republican, liberal Republican. Yeah, I just think it's very interesting that they have that. If we pull of that miracle, we can finally talk about realistically reducing providing cheaper healthcare / housing. Yeah, I do want cheaper housing, but as our nation grows bigger, it's just so hard it just seems so hard to maintain things. This guy got married 3 times. How many kids you got? You got 2? This guy he raced? Huh. Democratic primary had 51,000. This had 362,000 in the results. Progressive primary. Interesting. 51 to 23. Obviously, it was doubled because more so people voted in the primary for the actual election, the U.S. election, and they had to get the Democratic ballot, I guess, from the thingy, the primaries, and they just voted for her. Wait, is that how it works? No. I think it's Senate. It would be Senate because yeah, I think it was Senate. Because this isn't when the primaries, wait. Republican primary. It doesn't say the date, but I'm assuming it was the same around the primary for president. It's an undervote. Interesting. Or revote. All right. New Hampshire is odd because they have a Republican governor, but their populace is super influenced by Boston. Same with Maine. Yeah. New Hampshire's a weird one, and I do love New Hampshire. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. It's very bipartisan, right? Is it like 2024? Boom. New Hampshire's very weird because they vote for their governor Republicans and whatever the heck. But then they vote for Democrat. I mean, Trump almost won that state too. Very interesting. Danny, what's your thoughts on illegal immigration? Should we mass deport people or just close the border and call it a day? I think there's a lot of, there's like a whole like moral thing and there's a practical thing. It's very complex. Because on one hand, you have like an actual family. On the other hand, you might have some completely insane person that's illegal here, but we don't know for sure. We got insane people, or you got someone who's I'll take a look at it, Nick the Shark. Thanks for reminding me, I forgot. If you have a family here, do you want to mass deport that family? I mean, they can seek asylum if they're truly in danger, but then again, it's that one I don't really support. But then again, you can have a family outside of the border. Do you let them in? And you say no. I mean, do you say yes or no? Do they say... It's so complex because then you have to let everyone in. If we just allowed everyone, we'd have everyone in. And I think there's too much of an influx of people. I think that's too much. I think that's bad in, certain reasons. Economically would be up there for some people, and for some people it would be a cultural thing that comes in. Then again, America is like one of the most diverse countries when it comes to like freedom and stuff, but I think surface level, like if you look at England has an influx of, their culture is shifting dramatically, and I think it has to do with certain not trying to sound like Nick Fuentes, but it has to do with fertility rate among different racial groups that contributes to the cultural increase in certain things. Yeah. Oh my god, best movie? Okay, bro. Thanks for the message, bro. I'm talking politics too. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I don't know. On one hand, I can see the culture skepticism on it, certain stuff, and people saying, illegal immigrants can come in, ruin the country. I mean, that's what Trump freaking had piggybacked during that election. And it didn't really matter what he was freaking saying. Dude had scandal after scandal, and he still won because of the economy. I told you, if you have the economy on your side, anything wins. I think I see some points in immigration, like culture and economic stuff, but I also see that the people that we need to care about Although we cannot care for everyone realistically. If we had 20 million people wanting to come in our country because they're afraid of their life, that's a lot of people that we have to take in. Economically, immigration helps us a lot. Yeah, I've seen statistics on that, and I'm not going to deny that. I've seen the statistics that economically, it does help out a lot, but there's also that cultural difference. Hurrion, I did see some statistic, although I don't have it. I don't have the statistic, but I remember I was in English class that talked about it. There was clearly a economic thing, and the guy that wrote the article, he was so weird. He was like, I think he was Indian. He was saying that he's gonna come in, like the Indians gonna come into your country, steal your women and your men too. It was like such a weird thing to just say, and that just completely tanks any respect I have for the author on that. I think there's a cultural difference, and I think if too much of an influx, if we have an open border, I think the economy can face something, you know, some certain thing. I don't know. That's why I like a fixed number, but I also think that people are saying we just close the border down, then we just work from the inside and fix stuff, but really got to look into that. I think the major thing for me is just a cultural thing, culture thing. Oh my god, we got a little immigration debate going on, dude. What's going on in here? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no. I do not have time. No, I head the Board of War and Ordnance as well as serving on 22 other committees.
Look for some more clips,
of
boys.
this great question is...
How you guys like the stream background, though? Is it lit? Is it lit? Last stream before I'm in DC. Yeah, I kind of like... Is that color good? You heard the nodie? The nodie's playing? The nodie's... Sorry, guys, I'm talking to someone. I'm chatting with someone, Saudi. Pretty Saudi
so my
souls.
energies must be spent leading the debate on the floor.
Have you consulted with
I
your
mean, John
husband?
Adams is a pretty good show. Juice.
Not only a declaration.
This is a good clip, too. 102, 37. That's a good clip. Let's see. What else can we look at? What else can we look at? Oof. Okay. Wisconsin governor election. Okay, this is what we want to look at. Ooh, Francisca Young Hong might actually win. She completely jumped in the polls. What the heck? Interesting one. Precatoris, bro. What did I say, bro? Tell up the donations. Appreciate it, though. What's your name? Josh, right? Joshua? Expel all the grants. Bull status. Do Order 66. Order 66 in Wisconsin. Do we initiate it? When's your guys' prime? When's the primary? August 11? You guys don't like James Fishback then? My cat just jumped on my lap. Oh, Nick the Shark. I almost forgot. Sorry. Okay, let's pull it up. I remember seeing this too. Right here, right? Dude, 2-vote difference. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Two-vote difference. That's what they'd be saying, dude. Who won? The Republican actually won by 2 votes? Dude, what the heck? Fish is the goat based AF. Have you seen the Young Washington movie? TDG films in here. Yeah, I seen it. I liked it. I think it was important. I think it's important to teach history. Although when I went in the movie theater, there was a lot of old white people there. There was a lot of old white people there. I was like, oh well, this is what you're gonna get for a historical movie, I guess, or for something that's patriotic. I thought it was pretty good, although I thought they could have did better with his personal life a little bit more. Especially like the friends, they didn't have really good. It's me when I'm looking at it, I can see it's cool to see, but as someone who likes critiquing movies, I thought they could have did better with his wife because she didn't have enough screen time. She had her screen time, but it wasn't enough character development. It was just the character development wasn't that high for me, but I still thought it was cool, and I know they used AI. James Fishback needs to be an example to the Republican Party, GOP, of the direction the party should not go. I think we could take an example for a lot of people, especially Donald's. People be arguing him taking all that AIPAC money. That's really something. James Fishback is a Jerome majority Republican Party. As a Republican myself, we do not need him. I mean, my DC trip is about a leadership training, and it is part of the Turning Point thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I disagree with the Republicans a lot nowadays, especially the MAGA side. That's really the side that I'm really people could have said, "Oh, you should have saw this coming years ago." Sure, okay, sure. It's just that I think we have too many radicals on one side and too many too much power hungry guys and this stuff and narcissists, and I think that's why I kind of like Chris from Vlogging Through History, because I think he has really good videos on a critique of the Republican Party and the conservative movement now. I think you don't hear Trump talking about like the traditional family structure and the nuclear family. I don't know what his speeches are just about shitting on his opponents. That's what it is. He's been doing that for so long, and it's just getting tiring at this point with him spamming on Truth Social on Twitter and fighting his own parties and his party former allies like Thomas Massie. And I love Thomas Massie. I love that guy's cool. Thomas Massie's cool. So, in Wisconsin, we hate James Fishback. He sucks. We're more economically populist in Wisconsin. We've even had socialist mayors before. Look up the Wikipedia article, Sewer Socialism. Interesting. Milwaukee. Wasn't this the time of Teddy Roosevelt? 1892? That was like before Teddy, but I know Wisconsin was progressives with Fighting Bob LaFollette, whatever his name is. So, yeah. Jacob, oh my god. Dang it, dude. I got it wrong. I know it started with a J. Josh is some other dude in the Discord. I thought you guys shared the same name. I don't know why. Well, I'm a Reaganite, so I don't need to worry about the MAGA faction. Yeah, I guess so. But I think anybody, if you don't, apparently, if you don't align with Trump on issues, if you're not a Trump loyalist, if you're not, if you, yeah, kick him out though. Nick is completely right. The reason Trump believed in BB's crap is because he's stupid. He tried with other presidents, but they were not dumb like him. Benjamin Yahoo. Dude, Precatoris, dude. Oh my goodness. Donating again. This dude is like donating like 20 billion times. Bro. God bless you, dude. Freaking cool. Thank you, dude. Freaking heart you right there. Okay, what he's got. I am Bernie Sanders voter to MAGA voter. If the Republican Party went back to George Bush style or Reagan stuff, when I start voting third party, and I will leave the GOP. Me personally, Percatoris, I think Bush is too interventionist for me. That's why people like Trump. I think if Trump actually lives on the if Trump wasn't like he had good policies, his ideas were good. Don't intervene, he intervenes. He did the opposite of everything that he wanted to do. That's why he sucks. That's what I would say. But GOP is completely shifting because you have a cult-like guy in there. And he's just doing whatever he wants to do. It's so weird. I need to... Whenever I turn 30, I gotta read up on Trump again, and we all gotta read up Trump again in 10 years and see what we can learn from this dude. But Precatoris, Jacob, appreciate you, dude. I got your name now. It's engraved in my head. Wait, they're Christian? Why say Christian socialism? Ew, dude. Where they believe in capitalism to be adulterous and rooted in the sin of greed. I don't know about that. I might have to look into that one. Nick is completely right. Nick is always right, apparently. Wait, Nick, if you're always right... The thing I'm thinking in my head right now, I'm not going to say it out loud, but is it going to happen? Yes or no? I'm thinking in my head, if you're always right, it's gotta work. Nick the Shark, bro. Yes or no? What I'm thinking in my head. Let's go, dude. Appreciate you, bro. You're always right. Thank you, Nick the Shark. Let's go. Random question, but do you watch any sports, and if so, which ones? We got Cody in here. Cody, not a sport guy. I used to be a FIFA, I guess a football guy, as in soccer. We're just gonna call it soccer, bro. That's what we'd be calling it. I used to be a soccer guy, like when I was in elementary school. Not anymore, though. I used to play FIFA 15 and 16. Now, I watched the World Cup because I saw the U.S. was in there. But ever since they lost, I was like, I'm out, you know. Not really a sport guy. I am probably going to watch a baseball game that's going on in DC, the National League, whatever it's called. I don't even watch baseball, but if it's free, I'm going, I guess. So, I'll check that out. I'll probably post it on my Instagram if you follow me on there. I should... 1 second, chat. Oh. I gotta put it in my description. Okay, if you guys look in the description, I have my Instagram on there if you guys want to follow me. See what I be doing in life. Populism is slopism. I hope there's nothing playing in the background. Okay, we're good. Your politics is through the shit out of me. Dude, I mean, Precatoris is weird. I mean, this guy's a socialist one day, and the other day he's a Republican, and the other day he's doing this, and the other day he's doing that. He's LARPing right now. Precatoris, you're a LARPer. Well, I still can't believe this election. 2 vote difference. Wow. You guys think James Fishback's gonna win? What do you guys think? Slopolism. I thought it said slopism. Slopolism? Is it just, is it the goy slop stuff going on? Whatever that is? Look at these candidates. What is this picture? I don't know, dude. This picture's funny, bro. What is this? I bet Kalshi doesn't have him anymore. Oh my god, Precatoris, dude, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. Well, the Bacon said I pray Fishback wins. What do you like about Fishback? What's thing? What is that profile picture? Exactly, dude. Let me go back on him. It just like the color. This is so red, bro. You gotta put. He's gotta put like maroon on. That's such a red collared shirt. It just doesn't fit. Not trying to be racist, but you have to do it according to your eye color and skin color. So if I were to put on like a light blue collared shirt, which I don't have on, it would be too contrasting to my eyes and my hair. So I picked burgundy because it fits with me. But this guy clearly does not know how to dress, but dude, he looks dope, bro. I think he might actually win whatever he's running for. Governor. He needs to know how to dress right. I thought this guy was gonna run. James Pizzo. Did I say not trying to be racist, or did I say not being racist? Because it would be the latter, not the former. Precatoris is basically, I am socially center right to right wing, but I'm economically center to center left. I believe the government must be communitarian. Interesting, yeah. Phil Scott would be someone who's socially liberal and economically liberal. Same for Arnold. Arnold was by the way, I'm moving my leg out. I'm not doing anything down here. That's weird. I put my hands are up here. Arnold Schwarzenegger from California, he was economically liberal, but no, wait, he was socially liberal and economically conservative. Me, I'm very much so socially right-wing, to be honest. Me too. I mean, when he saw my thing, I was like basically 70-30. I'm basically a social conservative. Economics, I would say I'm moderate on there. I don't really have one, although I think there's some goods on one side and some goods on the bads, you know. Whatever the loopholes are, we gotta get rid of them, guys. Right? Damn, at the first round, round of 32, USA won against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Dude, I just called it Bosnia. Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina. But in the round of 16 after Belgium got goal, and I was like, what? And then they lost to Belgium. I know, dude. I thought we had it. I thought we were going to win. I just don't think our team was the best, to be honest. You didn't have some high-ranking guys. And I mean, I saw Norway took out Brazil, too, and Neymar Jr. was in the benches, and then he scored some penalty kick or whatever it was. And he scores a goal. Now I'm either rooting for I'm rooting for Norway at this point now. I'm a Norway fan, but I'm also Argentina a little bit, even though people are saying Messi's like blah blah blah. But I would say Erling Haaland's cool, bro. That guy's awesome. I'm a fan of him now. Yeah, Tyson. I don't know how to say it. Your spelling's good, but I don't know how to pronounce it, bro. Can't stop, won't stop. No one can stop me if I'm all the way up, bro. Precatorus, dude. Look at this guy. W Mans, Jacob, appreciate you, dude. Is Mitch McConnell alive? God bless you, by the way, again. Mitch McConnell, I did see that. Oh, I wonder. Dude's so old. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear asked Senator Mitch McConnell to give a public update on his condition. Oof, I mean, Trump blows up claims that Mitch McConnell is healthy, bro. Of course you are, Trump. Why wouldn't you? Facebook. He's gone, bro. I don't even think he'd be typing these. He's not typing those. He's not typing those. Nobody knows for sure, but my guess is that he's still alive but brain dead, and he won't be here for long after that. John F. Kennedy Productions, welcome. Yeah, dude. I mean, you got some old people in office, bro. Do you guys support a maximum age limit to run for office? Nancy Pelosi with the insider trading, bro. Man, they out to fix something about that. Although if I ever become a politician and I can't trade stocks, I promise I won't do insider trading, guys. I just want to buy some stocks and I do some insider trading. Nancy Pelosi with JFK. Thoughts on independent journalists like Nick Shirley being attacked across the Western world? Nick Shirley, I watched him before, long before that, that day care center thing. I know, yeah, I know he went to England, and you can obviously see he's right wing, even though he calls himself independent. You can still see he's right wing on stuff, especially when he's not trying. He's only fighting fraud on one side of the political spectrum, not the other side. Which again, this dude's probably saw that how famous he got off that thing, and he's like, I'm just gonna stick to the right wing now. I know he did come to my state. I did not see him though. I could have probably saw him, but I did not. I was down low on politics at that point. I didn't want to get involved in politics for a little bit. Now I'm getting back into politics. I'm ready to enter the arena, but I could have probably met him. But you guys don't want a maximum age limit. I do too. I think it depends. I think the voters got to actually see. We learn our lesson here. And that if we ever see an old guy run, we have to ensure that we can see how he talks and how he performs if he's going to be capable for office. Isn't Chuck Grassley planning to run again, even though he's 91? Is he? I don't know about that. Is he running again? Benji Pipey, you're from there. Is he running again? Oh wait, is he in Iowa? Isn't the grassy guy from Iowa, right? Where is he from? Chuck Grassley. Let me look at what you guys are saying. I honestly cannot see. Oh, you guys are showing too much. No maximum age limit. No, isn't Chuck Grassley? No, I need my big goth baddie Nancy Pelosi. What the heck? Purgatorus, actually. Wait, if you want a goth baddie for office. No, I don't know what to talk. I'm sorry, guys. Let me look through my political talk. Let me find this. Where is that at? Where did I post it? Let me look for this. God, dude, where is this at? Purgatorus, there is a goth person running for, like, house. She looked goth. Although I cannot find it. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where it was at. Leo says high stream. Not sure where I would put it at, but yeah. Yes, we need age and term limits. Let the skeletons make her policies. I don't know if Chick is planning on running again. I hope he's just too old, even though he's as sharp as AF. Which he is really weird. His voter record is really bad, though. I think Nick Shirley call himself a conservative. Yeah. Ooh, Jonathan the Tortoise, who's 90 to 192. Yeah, Mitch McConnell. I can see that comparison. If 100 wants to run and win, that's on the voters for voting them in. That's what I'm saying, bro. Nick, you're absolutely right. You're always right, bro. Dude, you better be right on the thing I was thinking in my head. If 100 wants to, yeah, exactly, bro. That's why I read it again. And yeah, W. Dick the Shark. Mr. Helmer, and I don't call me Mr. Helmer, bro. Have you heard of USAM wikis about wiki about the presidents up to the 2800s? It gets really, really weird. Even there's a doc president. I did see those little fictional elections like that. Let me see that. I know it's like a bunch of fantasy elections, like some random people. Very, very weird, I would say. Very, very weird elections. When I saw them, they got some of them wrong. They thought who was it? Nikki Haley was running in 2024 and was gonna win. Okay, I found the thing I was referring to, Precatoris. I was able to find it. 27-year-old massage therapist Kelly Denison wins the GOP nomination in the Colorado's 2nd district, setting up the bid to become the youngest woman ever elected to Congress, as you can see. Let me double screenshot this so I can have that for reference later, so I can not have to find it. Cat GFK would have got damn. 1933 ain't that long ago. Y'all act like they were born in the 19th century or something. Over German. I get, yeah, dude. If we want to elect a 100-year-old politicians or a World War II vet, that and a 100-year-old World War II vet, and then we can elect them. Why are we banning people? What is this? What the heck is this? Oh my god, bro. Oh my goodness. Trump got the aura. I had a voice crack. We're not banning anyone in chat. Okay, can you guys stop with the anime? There's probably something weird in here. Let me put this over here. Okay, we're good. I guess we're good. One vet would be too bad of an idea. Wouldn't it be too bad of an idea for president? Yeah. Trump's fireworks post is better than the Joe Biden ominous red glow photo. Oh yeah, very scary. Be careful with the Discord and that Calvin Coolidge guy's pretty figure with the anime. I do not like anime, frankly. Weird that Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House of Representatives under Trump. It was very weird. And so was Mike Johnson for Biden. It's very weird. Very close. 48 guilty, 52 not guilty. Equated 2/3 necessary, though. I think I'm gonna call it 11:27 p.m. Boys, I have to wake up early in like 3 to 4 hours at 4 a.m. for my flight. But oh, my headset turned off. Rogers in here. Was a 2020 election rigged? No, it wasn't. I would say it wasn't. Although people that that are counting the votes are really the ones that decide the elections. But we've had fraud in my state of Illinois a lot, even voter fraud against Ally Stevenson III. I just think that when I'm really thinking about it, Trump was unpopular because of COVID and all that other stuff that was happening. So I don't think it wasn't rigged. Yeah. But leaving on that note, we should leave on a good note. See if the Discord has something cool. Could leave on Jeffrey Epstein.
This is something altogether unexpected.
Oh, this is playing. Appreciate you guys like the Shark, Precatoris, the Ralger guy coming in. We want more guns. I think I support Second Amendment. I want to defend my home and from invaders and stuff. And these people get it illegally anyway. It's stupid. It's the logic behind getting rid of the Second Amendment. Stupid. But appreciate you guys coming in, Benjamin Piper, Puryund. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Link is not in the description. Link is not in the description. Invites. Create invite. Copy. Make sure you guys join that. But Appreciate you guys coming by for this late night stream. Hopefully we get more people next time. No more lefties. Yeah, the lefties are gone. 2028. The lefties are gone. Vote Trump 2028. Hanny Delmer. That's exactly me. JFK Productions. That's my name backwards. Appreciate you guys coming out though. I'm gonna probably stream. I'm probably gonna get a log form out when I'm back for my flight in DC. I'm gonna be back in like 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna be like Sunday, so there's gonna be no videos out. I will, however, post community stuff. So the community post will still be going. But appreciate you guys stopping by. Danny Helmer out. God bless you all. Appreciate you guys stopping by. See you guys later, man.